You're standing in the spacious green opening in a forest. The sun is starting to rise in the sky, and the trees that are covering over top of your head are allowing some light to get through. The forest is blooming with flowers, the birds are chirping their song, you can feel a slight breeze. I wonder what adjective you would use to describe this scene. Maybe beautiful? That's what I would choose. But wait, what is it that makes it beautiful? Maybe, like me, you answered this question with, well, the flowers, the birds, and the light. But I challenge you to look deeper into this image, because I realized that there are more things in this picture than just the things I associated with beauty. Like the dirt, for example, that makes up the ground. Isn't that beautiful too? For the dirt is what is housing and providing the foundation for the beautiful flowers. And think of everything else that dirt does for us. It provides a platform for our houses. It filters and stores our drinking water. It even gives us a place to sit on the beach, for sand is dirt. I forgot the dirt because of the definition of beauty I created for myself. I had some type of subconscious guidelines for what made something beautiful that led me to associate the things I did with beauty. Unfortunately, guidelines like those I used to pick out things that were beautiful in my image seeped their way into how I perceived the perfect person for a long time. If someone had asked me to describe a perfect person, two of the adjectives I would have used would have been athletic and intelligent. Consequently, my athletic ability and my success in school are two things I take pride in. What I realized is that throughout my life, I have judged others based on their abilities in comparison to my own. I would not get to know them and understand the individual characteristics that made them into the unique person they were, but rather judged them based on their interest and skills in the things I did and was successful at. I was at cross-country practice one afternoon when my definition of a perfect person disintegrated. We went to do our usual warm-up on the track, and when we entered the football stadium, we heard music, soon coming to realize that the band was on the track as well. I never had anything against anybody that did band, but up until that point, most of the band members had been people I had labeled as different, not fitting my ideals of a perfect person, because usually band was substituted for athletics, and as I said, athleticism in my mind was a guideline to perfection. That day as I was running, I watched and listened to them. I was entranced. They weren't playing practice songs. They were just playing whatever came to mind, and it was amazing. In that moment, I realized I wouldn't be able to do what they were doing. I got a glimpse of how much talent it took to do what they do, how funny they were, and how much fun they had together. I wanted to be a part of it. This was the moment I realized I might be wrong about what I had imagined in my mind to be the perfect person. I have since that day consistently worked to break my definition of beauty and perfection, because I knew that everyone had something different that they were perfect at. That just because someone wasn't great at the things you found interest and importance in, didn't mean that they weren't perfect at something else. There is no perfect person, because there's not someone who is perfect at everything. People don't have to be some cookie-cutter person, because then, what would this world be? It would be boring. I now believe that everyone and everything have something to offer to this world, and I would describe what they have to offer as beautiful.